So today I'll be sharing 5 such reasons why you should be buying the S23 Fe even in 2024 and also 3 such reasons why you shouldn't be buying this phone now. And also I'll be discussing about what happened to the Snapdragon version of this particular device and also what about the S24 Fe's launch, when it is coming to India, what is the expected pricing. And so today I'll be discussing all about this in this video. Starting right off with 5 reasons why you should be buying the S23 Fe even in 2024, especially when you can find this phone around 35,000 rupees in sales. Starting right off with the display quality. Now this particular phone uses premium Samsung Dynamic 2X AMOLED display with 120Hz of refresh rates and protected by Gorilla Glass 5. This particular display is one of the best in the price of 35,000 rupees to 40,000 rupees, and the display quality speaks for itself. It is almost basically the same display that is being used in the premium quality or the flagship quality Samsung S series, and so it doesn't matter if you're watching HDR content or non-HDR content or movies or playing games, this display will provide you a great quality. So if you not only wanted a phone with a big display but also the display to be a really good one, then this particular phone should be for you. Then the other most important aspect of this phone and the reason you should buy is the cameras. This phone has one of the best cameras in the segment of 35,000 rupees to 40,000 rupees. It is coupled with a 50 megapixel main camera with OIS, a 12 megapixel ultra wide angle camera, an 8 megapixel 3x telephoto lens, and a 10 megapixel front camera. And all of the cameras can not only shoot in 4K 60 FPS, but the main camera can shoot at 8K. And be it the photo quality or the video quality, or whether you click photos mode or videos mode, doesn't matter, this phone has got you covered. It's an overall very good camera phone. So yeah, if you wanted one of the best camera phone around the price of 35,000 to 40,000 rupees, then you can consider this particular one. I've already made a video, you can check that on the I button. The other reason why you should consider this phone is the protection that you get on this device. It has an IP68 water and dust protection, and not only the front glass is protected by Gorilla Glass 5, the rear glass or the back glass is also protected by the Gorilla Glass 5, and also the frames are made by strong aluminium. So yeah, it might not only make the phone more premium, but also it will act like a good shock absorber if your phone ever falls. And also this phone has got you covered with the Samsung Knox security. So yeah, this phone has also got you covered in protecting against malwares or viruses. So yeah, overall this phone has got you covered in almost every aspects, be it physical based protection or software based protection. Talking about the software, this particular phone has one of the best Android software currently. This phone came with Android 13 and it was said that it will get 4 major Android updates and up to 5 years of security updates, and it's almost a year since it was launched, and still it will get 3 more Android updates and up to 4 years of security updates, and also the updates are regular and also all time. So if you wanted a good phone with a good software, then this particular phone should be sufficient for you. And if you're someone who changes the device every now and then the resale value of this particular device will help you. Now everybody knows that apart from Apple, Samsung and OnePlus offers one of the best resale values as compared to any other Chinese companies. So yeah, if you want to change this device after 6 months of usage or after a year also, then the resale value that you will get on this device will be much more as compared to other devices, especially the Chinese phones from the same price category. But also do remember this phone was launched at way higher price. Now these are some reasons that you shouldn't be buying the S23 Fe in 2024. Starting right up with the design. Now look, it looks premium, it feels premium, but the phone is bulky. That means if you continuously use this phone, be it in calling or gaming, you will feel uncomfortable and it might hurt your hand. And also even though the display quality is very good for the price, but the display bezels are a bit too thick. So yeah, that might be unappealing to a lot of people. Now talking about the most important negative side of this phone, that is the processor and the heating. Now the processor isn't a bad one considering the fact that you can buy the phone at 35,000 rupees now, but when you do heavy tasks or gaming, this processor can really get hot. So if you're a casual user, you can easily use this phone with not much issues, but if you're a heavy user, that means you do heavy video editing and do gaming a lot, then this particular phone is definitely not for you. It is okay for casual gaming or light usage or light video editing, but for not heavy usage. And we all know what happens when there's a lot of heating in a phone. The battery life gets degraded, and this is the case with this particular phone. Even though it has a 4500 mAh battery, but it doesn't act like one. That means the battery life that you can get on this phone in casual usage is basically around 5 to 6 hours or even a little more than that. But if you do heavy tasking or gaming, you can barely get around 3 to 4 hours of screen on time. And also the charging speed is only 25 watts, and also you won't get a charger in the box. You have to spend another 1000 to 1200 rupees more on buying a charger if you don't have one in a home. Even though this phone has wireless charging and reverse wireless charging, but how many of you guys actually use those? Let me know in the comments. So yeah, the processor and the battery life might be a huge negative point for a lot of people for not buying this particular device. Now talking about the Snapdragon version of this particular device, and for those of you who don't know, the Snapdragon version of the S23 Fe was only exclusive to America or the US, and for the rest of the world it was Exynos 2200. And last year with the S21 Fe, Samsung did this, that even that earlier it was launched with an Exynos processor, but later on it came with the Snapdragon processor. But to be honest, the differences between the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 that you get in the Snapdragon version of this particular device and the Exynos 2200 that we get in this device is not much huge. Like yeah, the heating would be more manageable and also the battery life would be a little better, but nothing huge, because this particular chipset was also made by Samsung for a limited amount of time, and also this processor and the Exynos 2200 almost behaves the same. So yeah, both aren't a great processor for the price, but yeah, I don't know when this will come to India, and even if it comes, if you can get the Exynos version of the S23 S23 Fe around 32 to 34,000 rupees around BBD, and the Snapdragon version around 34,000 to 36,000 rupees. Only get the Snapdragon version then. But if you launch in a more higher price tag, then definitely don't get that. You can easily get the S23 then, and that phone will be a greater device than this one. And also I don't know when the Snapdragon version of the S23 Fe is going to launch in India or in any other countries. Now talking about the S24 Fe, it is supposed to be launching around the end of this month, that is August or September, and maybe the first week of October at best. But should you wait for that particular device? I think not, because when it will be launching at a higher cost, that is around 55,000 rupees, and for that price whatever the phone is offering, I don't think so will be valid. And so yeah, I don't think so you need to wait for the S24 Fe. Only get the device when the price is around 30 to 40,000 rupees. And even if the phone gets a price cut during the launch and the phone is costing around 40 to 45,000 rupees, during the BBD sales you will get the S23 right on that price. So yeah, the S23 will be a greater pick as compared to the S24 Fe. So I guess I cleared all of your doubts related to the S23 Fe or the S24 Fe. And if you like this video, then make sure to hit the thumbs up and the subscribe button. Plus you might also like these particular videos. And yeah, till the next video, this was Ridip. See you guys.